Let's get into it. Beginning of the year, you're a fitness coach. The gyms are packed, and they start to fall off. What can you? What are some tips? Why does that happen? In your opinion?
So this is the thing. You have to set a plan in place, right? You just don't go and say, I'm just going to go to the gym. You have to set a plan in place for one. You have to figure out what time of the day works best for you. If you're a morning person, afternoon, evening, and you put that into your calendar, whether it's in your phone, on your wall, and you just take it day by day. Work on the consistency.
Welcome to the Detroit Metro Plug podcast, where connections matter. I am Charles McKay, aka Charlie the Plug, your host of the Detroit Metro Plug podcast. Every week, we bring you interviews of Detroit difference makers in the area of entrepreneurship and community involvement. So, welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, this is episode 100. Episode 100. That means I've interviewed over 100 guests, have been on this platform, sharing their story about their business, their community involvement, community leaders of nonprofits, various organizations, various kinds of businesses, celebrating the positive contributions in the city of Detroit. So I'm excited about that. As we continue on, we will have a celebration later on in the year. I don't really like being here in Michigan, being honest. I don't like to plan events in January, February, March because the weather is unpredictable. Even though it was freezing a few weeks ago, now it's still cold, but it ain't cold like it was. So, but you know how February can be, it can get cold again. But hey, welcome everybody to this live podcast. We have a very special guest, a good topic that we're going to talk about. I'm excited about that. And hey, I know the Lions didn't go all the way to the Super Bowl, but I just want to give a shout out to the Lions. Thank you for your hard work and how you represented us on the field and to a great season. And I'm hoping for more to come. So shout out to the Lions. And thank you for those who are watching us live on our Facebook page at the Detroit Metro Plug Podcast, LinkedIn at the Detroit Metro Plug Podcast, and who will watch the replay on our YouTube channel. If you find value in what we're doing, please follow us, like, and subscribe. All right, so let's get into our topic. We are in about, I think it's about the fourth week of January 2024. And a lot of people, we do what we call New Year's resolutions. We're going into a new year. We want to have a better 2024 in comparison to 2023. And people set goals for the year, and that's great. And a lot of people set health goals, exercise goals as relate to their fitness, maybe relationships, maybe their finances, maybe it's pursuing a dream or passion. So we all have resolutions. And we're going to talk about what's the best way to keep that, in particularly fitness. So we're going to talk about how to keep your fitness goals for 2024. And for some of you, I know you want that special summer body that when you're out in the summertime wearing less clothes, you may be at the park, the beach, maybe at a festival, and you want to look good and feel good about yourself. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. I want to show this clip from CBS Detroit. They talk about New Year's resolutions, and there was a survey done. I want you guys to take a look. I'll make a comment about that.
People across the country are making their New Year's resolutions, including me. CBS News Executive Director of Elections and Surveys, Anthony Salvanto, takes a look at what people are hoping to achieve.
Well, it's New Year's and Americans start making their resolutions. So we asked people in the polling, what are you resolving to do? Big numbers for those who are making resolutions: improve their health, exercise, spend more time with the people they care about, and related, diet and eat better. Now,
All right, so they were talking about resolutions, and if you notice, they did a survey, and it was 88% people. One of their New Year's resolutions is to improve their fitness, and our second was diet. So fitness and diet are very important. People put that as their top resolutions. But I noticed, I noticed just because I have a membership at Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness didn't sponsor this podcast. Maybe one day. But in January, I go on average about 3 times a week. In January, the gyms are quite crowded. Then by the end of January, February, March, you don't really see a lot of people like you did before. And I always wonder why. What's going on? So our guest, we're going to talk about that and just about tips to reaching your fitness goals and how to get that summer body that you desire. So I'm going to do a quick introduction of our guest. She's a friend of the podcast. She's been on our podcast, I believe, episode 41. Our guest today is going to talk about tips to reach your fitness goals, how to get that summer body that you desire. So our next guest is known as the Nigerian workout doll. She is an online fitness personal fitness coach. She's been in business for over 5 years. She specifically helped women become better versions of themselves, not just physically, but also spiritually. Her intention is to help even more women in the future because everybody, particularly women, deserves the best version of themselves. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode number 100. Shadey
Liadi.
Liadi. I don't know why I get stuck on that. Shadey Liadi. Shadey Liadi. Welcome to episode 100.
Thank you for having me and congratulations.
All right, so I don't know if there's anything else you want to tell us before we go right into the topic. If someone was to ask, who is Shadey Liadi, what would you tell them?
Who am I? I'm driven. I'm God-fearing. I'm family-oriented. And I'm a big ball of love and encouragement. That's who I am.
All right, God-fearing, driven, and a big ball of encouragement. All right. Eddie, I guess I know last time we talked a little bit about your background. So maybe some new people may watch this. How do you define, because you're known as the tag on your social media handles as the Nigerian workout doll. So explain your family heritage so people may not understand
Okay. So I have 5 brothers. I am Nigerian, but we were born here. Both of my parents are Nigerian.
Okay.
They're from the Yoruba tribe. So a friend of mine actually came up with the name the Nigerian workout doll, and it just stuck.
All right. Okay. There you go.
So
Okay.
that's where that comes from.
So you're born here. Now, were you in the Detroit area at first, or
Yes.
where part of the state? So you've been born and raised here in Detroit. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Where did you go to high school?
I went to CMA, Communication and Media Arts.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Shout out to CMA. All right. All
Yes.
right. All right. So let's get into it. Beginning of the year, you're a fitness coach. The gyms are packed, and they start to fall off. What are some tips? Why does that happen, in your opinion?
So this is the thing. You have to set a plan in place, right? You just don't go and say, I'm just going to go to the gym. You have to set a plan in place for one. You have to figure out what time of the day works best for you. If you're a morning person, afternoon, evening, and you put that into your calendar, whether it's in your phone, on your wall, and you just take it day by day. Work on the consistency, right? And then from there, the discipline will come. But you got to work on your consistency first, and you got to have a set schedule and plan in place. And you have to make sure that you cut out all distractions.
Okay. So with a schedule, is it better to work out before you go to work, or in the morning, or after you get off work? What have you seen is the
Well,
most effective?
I think it's better for you to work out before. I think most of my clients, most of my girls, they work out first thing in the morning. I have moms who work out at 4:15, some at 5 a.m. So you get it out
4:15 a.m. in the
yeah,
morning,
in the morning because
not
they're
the afternoon. Okay.
hmm
Okay.
that works better for them because they get it over with. The family is still sleeping. So, and that's when they have their most energy and there's no distractions again.
Wow. You
And
gotta
it's
be kind of disciplined with that to be a. I mean, what time are they going to bed? Like at 7, 8, 9 o'clock?
no, I encourage them to go to bed at least by 9 because that's the time I usually go to bed.
Okay.
Between
All right.
9, 9:30, Monday through Friday.
Okay. All right. Now, what about those people who are like, man, like me, I'm not really a big morning person. Is there
And
hope
that's
for
fine.
one?
That's fine. That's perfectly fine. But remember, stick to that schedule. So sometimes I see this where people work out at 5 p.m.
After
Well,
work?
after work. Now it's nice. Now your friends are calling you. It's more events happening when it's warm
Uh-huh.
out. So you have to stick to your guns and say, I got to get my workout in before I do anything else. So make sure you keep
Uh,
that gym bag in your car, um, and just make it a number one priority, um, to get to the gym, get that workout in.
okay. So it sounds like you're saying that one of the challenges, if you do it in the morning, you're going to have less schedule distractions. So like in
Yeah,
the
just
evening,
less distractions,
yeah,
period. For example, like I said, I work with a lot of moms. So even with that, because I do virtual coaching as well, the babies are coming in the middle of the workout. You have to tend to them. They're little humans. They're your humans.
yeah.
So 4:15, 5 o'clock, they're still asleep. So that's what I mean by, less distractions.
Okay. All right. So and then like I like what you said. Um, if you are working on the evening, and I've seen it even in my life when I've worked out after work or in the evening, um, there's events when it gets warmer here in Detroit. There can be a festival or
Every day.
friends, hey, let's get together. Let's
Yeah.
meet here. There's a happy hour here, or let's watch the games, watch the basketball game, or let's go to a Tigers game,
Yeah.
or it can be a networking event because I'm into business type functions, and you skip out on your workout. But if it's done in the morning, there's no
Yeah.
there's less distractions. There could be distractions, but they're less.
They're less. So just
Wow.
make sure if that's just your schedule, if that's, your work hours end at 5, 6, just make sure you go straight to the gym.
Okay. All
No
right.
matter what, you have to talk to yourself.
Hmm.
Talk yourself into going to the gym, not out.
Now, do you recommend? Okay, we talked about it a little bit. You're touching on it. Uh, Going directly to the gym, or what about someone who works out at home? Is that enough?
Go straight home and get your workout on.
No, I mean in the morning.
In the
Do
morning,
people?
if you work out at home,
Yeah, yeah. What have you found clients going to an actual place or working out at home, or it doesn't matter?
it doesn't matter. You get results. Whatever
Okay.
you did, the the number one ingredient is consistency and discipline.
Right.
So
Consistency.
work out at home, you do, and even if you don't lift, if you do Pilates, yoga, you got to be consistent to see the results.
Okay. All right. Consistency. Now, if you're just starting out,
And mindset, I forgot to mention
oh,
mindset. I don't know how I forgot that,
right,
but got to work on that mindset.
mindset. Now, I'm reading this book. I'm actually in a book club called Biz Life Books Book Club, and the book we're reading for the next few months is Atomic Habits. And he gave an example about as far as fitness goes. Um, the 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 most important thing was the system in terms of being consistent, like you said. So there was a guy who his goal was just to go to the gym 5 days a week, and he went in just for 10 minutes, and it was just to be consistent. Instead of like overworking, he just did 10 minutes, and then it increased to 5 minutes. To 15, 20. Then he got used to it. But the whole point was he was just trying to create a new habit. He wasn't worried about how long he was in there. He just wanted to go every day or 5 days a week.
Exactly.
Do you think that's a good strategy to get started?
Yes, it is. Absolutely. Especially if you're doing it by yourself. You don't have a coach or anything. I think that's a great idea.
Okay. Now, for like someone like me, I have a habit where I want to hit that snooze button, get up in the morning. I feel a little groggy in the morning, so I may hit that snooze button too.
Don't do that. That's for the weak. Don't do that.
How do you overcome hitting the snooze button to make sure you get up? Set it at 6 or 5. What do you suggest for someone like me?
You know what? So, in all transparency, I've always been a morning person, but I did hit snooze a lot, and then it was like, you know what? You might as well sleep to 8 if you're gonna hit the snooze. You got stuff to do. You know, you got things to do. Get up. You got to talk to yourself. You got to encourage yourself a lot.
Yes. So don't hit that. So maybe it's just is people hitting the snooze because they're not going to bed early enough. They're not their diet, or what do you think?
It may be your diet, but it's also you don't feel like it's a priority.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, let me hit snooze. It's cool.
Now, so we talked about some of the tips: being consistent, putting your schedule. You encourage people to do it in the morning if they can.
Mm-hmm.
Less distractions. So if somebody's brand new, all right, and they're just getting started. Do they start with cardio and weights, or just cardio or weights, or what? How do you do? How do you work with your clients just getting started?
Well, of course, I do weights first, and I coach them on proper form. That's the number one thing, because a lot of people get injured because they don't know the proper way of lifting or handling weights. So it's a lot of injuries with that. I also have them do HIIT. So that's just high interval training. And you use a little bit of weight. You use body weight. You can do cardio. You can start off with cardio, but I don't recommend you do too much. I'm not a cardio girl.
Yeah. Now, why you don't recommend the cardio?
No, I'm not saying I don't recommend. I'm just saying I'm a person that feels like as a fitness coach, there's different ways of getting your cardio in, like HIIT, and if you do supersets. Because you want to build muscle. And some of the time when you do a lot of cardio, for example, for me, a lot of trial and error, because I've been doing this for 6 years, a lot of trial and error. So I did a lot of cardio, and for women who don't want to lose their curves, you're going to lose your curves because it puts you in a calorie deficit when you do too much
cardio.
much cardio. So in all transparency, I was losing my butt, and I didn't like that. So,
Right, I understand.
and I was a runner anyway. Yeah, I had took up.
Also, you were like doing cardio, like you were running like
I was
miles on a
running.
treadmill outside.
Yeah, because I'm still a member, but I'm not an active member, I should say, of BGR, Black Girls Run, which
Okay.
is a national running group for Black women, but it's all women
Okay.
are welcomed or whatever. Great organization.
Okay.
But yeah, I was doing like 5 to 8 miles every other day outside.
Oh wow! So you burn a lot of calories.
Hmm. Yeah,
Wait, you lost your curves. That you say. I'm saying what you're saying. You lost your curves.
I did. I did.
Okay,
So,
so okay, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
No, so okay, so you want to build muscle to keep the curves.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
And a lot of women have this notion in their head like, if I lift heavy, I will look like a man. It's impossible unless you take enhancement drugs. It's the only way you're going to look like
Oh,
a man.
okay.
Yes.
That's very key to what you said because they're in their mind. They're like, oh, if I'm dead lifting and lifting weights, I'm gonna be built up like a man. But you said it's impossible unless they're taking some type of
Enhancement.
supplements or
Yeah.
steroids or something like that. Answer.
Yes. Because
Oh, okay.
we're not
You want
engineered,
brain.
built like that.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
and lifting actually helps you get curvy, you know,
Wow.
not your breasts. You got to go get breast implants for that, but like your legs, your butt,
Okay.
it shapes you out, fill you out. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. That's good to know. I know a lot of people gonna want to know about that. Lifting weights help you with your
Yes.
curves. Not too much cardio.
Yeah,
A
not too
little
much.
bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and there's different ways to get cardio. So
So, like, what about like 30 minutes on elliptical, 30 minutes on a treadmill, on a
yeah,
bike?
that's
Too
fine.
much?
That's fine. Me myself, when I do cardio, I do incline. So I do a 9.5 or a 10 at a 3.2 speed
Okay.
for 20-30 minutes.
Okay. All right. To warm your body up. Okay. And then you get the weights.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. 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 Matter of fact, I'm going to show. This is one of your workouts that you do that helps you to tone, get that muscle and those curves.
But I think I'll be better at this a year from now than I am now. But if you wait till you're good before you start, you ain't ever starting nothing. Like you have to suck at something. And you have to get over the fact that you suck. Or you'll never learn anything new.
Winners embrace hard work. They love the discipline of it, the trade-off they're making to win. Losers, on the other hand, see it as punishment, and that's the difference.
All right. So in that video, we have you lifting weights. Now, a part of the end, you were. Is that kind of considered calisthenics, or what was that? Is that, or that's kind of cardio a little bit?
It is, but I made that up. I make exercises up, and I borrow from other coaches all the time. So that was like something like a little burpee type frog thing.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm honest like that. I'm not gonna just yeah.
Yes. Wow. So, man. So we talked about the weights versus cardio, how it builds muscle, and
Which is
someone.
very important. I'm sorry.
Go
Which
ahead.
is very important for women and men over 40
Mhm.
to lift.
To lift.
To lift. You don't have
And
to lift heavy, but lift.
what areas should someone start? Like myself, or the difference for men? What areas they should start lifting in? Shoulders, back, legs, everything.
I'm not a specialist with men, but I will say my counterparts, my male counterparts, they usually focus on. They do a lot of like chest, arms, back, core.
Core.
Don't forget those legs too. So
And
you want to pair it. You want to pair it. like chest day, you do chest and arms,
Okay.
back, shoulders, or chest and shoulders. You want to hit 2 body parts each day.
Okay. 2 body parts each day. Should there be like a recovery time, like every other? How
Absolutely. Absolutely. Um, Either you do 4 days in a row, give yourself a break, do 3 days in a row, give yourself a break, but you absolutely need a rest day for muscle recovery. And that's that's really what happens when someone doesn't have a rest day. It creates injury. You
Okay.
get injured. We're not professional athletes. We don't have the physical therapists and all that, the things that they have when they work out 7 days a week. They have a whole team
Right.
to keep their muscles and everything intact. So rest
Right.
days are very important.
Okay. All right. Um, so the first main tip is have a schedule.
Have a schedule.
Don't hit that snooze button. You get out in the morning.
So
Go to bed by 9 o'clock,
9:30.
9:30. If you're getting up at 5 or 4 or 5 in the morning, um, have your place right. Whether it's the gym or your home gym, have that same. Now, I know these are little small details, but do you yourself? Do you plan ahead the night before, like you know exactly what you're going to wear? Your gym bag is packed. You got your protein shake or whatever.
So I fast first of all. I fast. So I don't I do fasted cardio, meaning like I work out on an empty stomach because I'm fasting. Um, and I plan my workout clothes are like 3 days for 3 days or
Okay.
4 days.
Now, do you recommend people to work out on an empty stomach? Is that the best? Do
Don't
they
say
have
it
the
like that.
energy?
I know I said it like that, but yes, yes.
That's the best way. I mean, I don't know if you
I
need
won't
to.
say it's the best way, but I get results.
Okay.
My women definitely get results.
Okay. Do they? What
You're not
about
going
like
to pass out, but if you're diabetic,
Mhm.
I'm not a physician. Check with your doctor with
Your
that.
doctor.
But my women absolutely, they fast from me myself. I do 18 hours, 6 days a week. So most of my ladies are they do 16s, 18s, and some are up to 20 hours because fasting is a game changer for women over 40.
Okay. So, but your first meal is at lunchtime, or you just eat one meal a day?
It's at 2.
2 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
So, no. What about liquids? Do you drink water or
Drink
anything?
water. I drink water. I drink water
Or
the
can
whole
you talk
time.
about like
You can drink coffee, but you can't have anything in the coffee
okay.
because coffee is a natural appetite suppressant because of the caffeine. So you can
Mhm.
absolutely drink coffee or caffeinated tea. You just can't add any fillers to it. So that will help you during your fast.
So it creates a calorie deficit.
Yes, as long as you don't add anything to the coffee or the tea.
What about so when you break your fast at
That's
two,
very important.
what are you
How
eating?
how you break your fast is very important. Um, some people break it like with a carb, which your body is very sensitive after you break a fast. Your body is very sensitive to carbs, to carbohydrates. So all it does is go into the areas that you don't want it to go to. So protein is better or a healthy fat when you break your fast. So a healthy fat would be something like an avocado or peanut butter. Or you can break it with a green smoothie, excuse me, but just make sure it consists of spinach or kale or both with strawberries, blueberries, and bananas.
And can you add like
Yeah,
protein powder, or you know?
you can. Yep.
All right,
So
so we
it's
kind of
important because you'll sabotage yourself if you don't break your fast properly.
Okay. Now, why is, for those who are over 40, why is intermittent fasting a game changer?
Because it's harder for us to get rid of that belly fat, and our waist starts to spread. It's all because of age, so it's no big deal. But that's how you battle it and you correct
Oh, okay.
it. Mhm.
All right. So I'm into particularly in the summer. I walk, do a lot of walking. I average the gym about 3 days a week, but I haven't been able to get rid of that belly. So it's because I'm not intermittent fasting and putting down the chips.
You
I
got to
like
put down the chips.
I
I
like
mean, at
better
least
made chips.
you can have a cheat meal, a cheat day. I love Doritos. Okay.
Okay,
Um,
I love butter made chips. Butter made, you should sponsor me. You're a Detroit company. I just gave you a plug. Charlie a plug.
but you can
Very.
definitely, when you fast, it leaves room for you to eat the foods that you love in moderation. Everything is in moderation. But yes, you got to slow down on the chips, and you probably want to add another day. So you're doing 3 days, you probably want to do four. You get you start seeing results quicker if you add that fourth day.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. My schedule right now is
No excuses, Charles.
it only allows me 4 days. Yeah. I mean 3 days.
No, can do four.
Yeah.
You want to be summertime fine, or you just
Um, I just do it for stress and health. I was told that some women like a little dad. My daughter told me I had a dad bod.
a dad bod? That's fine, but
Some women
I
like dad bods. I
I
guess
think
that's what the streets are saying. I don't
the streets.
know. Yeah. I don't
So
quite have a Rick Ross belly, but Rick Ross lost some weight, so we
he
can't.
did, but that belly was too big.
Right, right. But some
Well,
women like that. I don't know.
yeah, they might like it,
Okay.
but yeah, and just work on your mental. Like you got to be mentally stronger. That's what I um preach to my girls all the time.
Now, have you found that people have better success in community, meaning having a workout partner, having a coach such as yourself, a trainer? Do they have better results because of that accountability?
With coaches, yes. What I found when people have workout partners or buddies, they fall off because the other person is not as committed as they are.
Okay.
So
All right. They're not as committed. Okay.
I coach my girls to. So this is how I coach them. My all my programs, I have them meditate. I have them meditate, and I have them journal. So I don't look at the journal, but the journal is for them to keep track of their progress and to find triggers, because most of us do have triggers, and that's the reason why we overeat, undereat, we sleep all day, or something happens and we stop working out,
Right.
right? The meditation is to quiet their mind and to create focus and clarity.
Hmm.
So because I'm not trying to put myself out of business, but I want you to succeed way after you leave me. You have the proper tools and knowledge that I've given you to
Right. Right.
continue on the healthy lifestyle journey.
Now we had shout out. Thank you, John McCullough. He like has joined in on the comments in the chat. We talked about what about intermittent fasting, which we kind of started to talk about. Um,
You're late, John.
so we talked about intermittent fasting. Well, I didn't put the comment up, so he may have just put it up. We talked
Okay.
about how you did say consult your doctor if you're diabetic.
Yes.
Um, how do you encourage people to kind of slide into intermittent fasting? Do they start with 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours?
I
Initial
always
breakfast?
suggest 12. 12 hours. Everyone can do 12 hours. Um, and you do that for the first week or two, and then you just increase. But the number one thing is you listen to your body and you be honest.
Mm-hmm.
So if you know you can go longer than 12 hours after the 2 weeks, then go for it. It's only
So,
going to be a game changer for you.
so 12 hours. When would you eat your last meal, dinner? Is that 6 or 7?
Either one, if you want to do 6 or 7.
And then you would eat. You break your fast the next day. At, yeah. With,
Like if you ended at 7, then your first meal would be at 7.
oh, okay. Well, yeah. That's what. Yeah. I
Because
don't think that's hard. Yeah.
fasting hours, sleeping hours count when we're
Right. Keeping
fasting.
hours count. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. The problem is, like for me, sometimes you snack. You snack before you go to bed. That's a no-no. Yeah. Now we have another question from Georgia Cole. What type of workouts do you suggest? Do you suggest Zumba workouts for women over 50 or 50
50.
plus? What do you suggest for women 50 plus?
That's a good question. So, Miss Cole, I would suggest Zumba is very good. However, I would say at least do 1 or 2 days of lifting and throw in some Pilates.
Pilates.
You will thank me if you do at least
Explain that for the people who may not know what Pilates.
Pilates.
Yeah.
So Pilates, it's like stretching and using your own body weight.
Okay. Pilates stretching. Now, can
Yes.
somebody do that? Can they go to any gym like a Planet Fitness, or they
No,
have to
they have
go to a
Pilates
club?
studios. They have Pilates studios, and then they also have. I can't think of her name, but I use her often. I can't believe I forgot her name, but she's on YouTube.
Okay, you can watch YouTube and
Yes.
yeah.
Another good one. I remember her name because I used to do her. Hers is called Pop Pilates, POP Pilates.
Mhm.
Um,
Okay. Story of my life
I a
still.
little bit too,
Oh,
John. I
more than my life. Okay. Thanks for those who join in. If you guys watching live have questions for our guest, she's experienced fitness trainer. She works with women, but can give advice to all. Um, here's some of the progression of her work. We got a slide of before and after. Now, I think you told me before we went on live, the first picture where it says before, that's when you're in your 20s?
Yes, I was 27 on there in
Uh-huh.
the dress, and then the middle with the blue jeans and the blue jean top, I was 32. And then
Okay.
that picture right there
On the
in
end.
the brown dress, I was 41. I'm 42 now, but I was 41.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I gotta say, man, that deserves some air horns. That's man, that's a wonderful transformation. What was your journey? What prompted you to? I mean, that's an amazing transformation. Now, I do gotta say, and I'm not trying to be funny, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but the picture in the middle with the jeans, uh, some women aspire to be that size, or they get work done to be that way.
They
I don't
do.
know if that's the healthiest, but
For me, it wasn't because, first of all, I'm 5. I'm only 5 foot. I'm not 5 foot anything. I'm just 5 foot. Um, and what you all don't see is I had a stomach. I had a little
oh,
gut. And I was 32. Why would I have a gut at 32? And then also, my knees were bothering me.
wow.
So, and I was an athlete. I mean, this was just life, and I was very unhappy in both of those two pictures.
Okay.
So yeah,
What
everything
was the
changed.
what was the turning point that say, hey, I gotta take control of this health thing. This is getting out of hand.
Um, I was just tired of. I felt like because like I said, I was an athlete, And it was like, I'm not supposed to look like this. I'm not feeling good. Why are my knees bothering me at 32? You know, like I said, I had a belly and my mental was off. Like I did not feel good about myself.
Okay. And how did you start on your journey to for this to happen?
I just start doing everything I did in high school and what I did in college, like running, and got back into just working out. Um, and I jumped back into journaling because I had stopped that as well. And that was very helpful for me.
Wow, wow, wow. That's amazing. Your journal. So it seems like you touched on it that it comes to a place where you want to make a transformation, where you kind of get sick and tired, you have these health issues, and there's a mental aspect to this whole fitness journey as well.
It is. Like, so I always tell people and other people, other coaches that you come across, just people that you that work out on the regular. Yes, Miss Cole, that's it. Pop Pilates. She's really good. So, when you work out, it boils over. When you live a healthy lifestyle, period, when you switch over and focus on living a healthy lifestyle, it boils over into other areas of your life. It builds up your confidence in other areas,
Hmm.
and you start attracting different because
Yes.
you've given off a whole another energy, a great big ball of positive energy. You're loving yourself more, so you're attracting things, better things to you,
Okay.
and that's what happened to me.
Wow, wow. Awesome transformation.
Thank you.
Um, wow. Uh, so what we're going to do is, I'm pretty sure people may have more questions, and they may want to know how they can work specifically with you and how you help, how you can help them on their fitness journey. Um, we're going to take a quick announcement, and then we come right back and talk a little more how you help people and the services you provide in helping people in their training. Okay, so just 1 second, we'll be right back.
Black Leaders Detroit, they knew that during the pandemic, that Black businesses were going to be left out of any type of funding that the government gave, and they wanted to make sure that they were able to figure out how they could step up and help, because again, this is their community, and they want to make sure that their community is still here when this pandemic is over with. And the only way you can do that is by offering support to your community, and so they stepped up and they did that.
I've been telling everyone I know about Black Leaders Detroit. The things that they're doing is simply amazing. And they're taking care of business for the Black business owners.
It's $1 a week donation to keep this great thing moving. $1 a week keeps it popping. Black Leaders Detroit.
Hey everyone, this is Charles with Detroit Metro Plug Podcast. If you are finding value in today's video, I invite you to subscribe, like, and comment. We would love to hear your feedback. And don't forget to click on that notification bell so you can be notified when we have upcoming episodes of difference makers in the area of entrepreneurship and community involvement. If you're interested in being a part of our Facebook networking community, I invite you to click on the link to be a part of that community. This is a place where you can network with like-minded people and a chance to share about your product or service. If you're interested in working with me directly on how you can share your story with video or with podcasting, you can email me direct at DetroitMetroPlug313@gmail.com. Thanks again, and let's get back to this interview. All right, we're back. Thank you for those who are watching us live and who will watch the replay. We have a special guest, Shadey,
Liadi.
Liadi. Shadey Liadi. Shadey Liadi. She is a fitness trainer, fitness coach, over 5 years plus years with training, particularly women, various ages, right? Because I know you talk about women over 40. Do you coach all ages, or is there a
I do,
certain
I do, but the majority as of late, my clients are 45 plus,
45 plus? Okay,
45 to 60 actually.
45, 60, just trying to get that, be healthy, get that summer body. Uh, so a new version of herself. She shared some tips on how to reach your fitness goals for 2024. The importance of being consistent, having a schedule, having a place. Encourage people to, if you can, get up in the morning. Don't hit that snooze button. And
Don't hit it, but if you are a person that has to work out, you can't, work out in the morning, just make sure you get it in. Like I
yeah,
said, keep that gym bag in your car
keep the gym
and
bag in the car.
go
Yeah.
straight to the gym.
All
Or
right.
even before you leave work, change, put your gym clothes on and go to the gym.
Okay. Yes. Those are
Set an
good.
alarm, set off a reminder in your phone. Everyone has that tool. So,
Okay. Now we're going to get into how people can work specifically with you, but I do want to ask. A lot of frustration is when people get started, they don't see the results right away, and they begin to fall off. What do you say to those people that they may not see the results right away? What can they do to kind of stay motivated?
there's they're feeling the results. And I say that because you start to feel better before you even see the results.
Okay.
So you're moving better, you're breathing better, your mental is better. But because we're not seeing the physical, we want to stop. And you're not going to see results within 30 days unless you're a naturally slim built woman and you're just trying to build your booty and your legs. And even with that, you have to work on that for 60 days
Okay.
in order to build up your lower body. So you are seeing results. You're feeling it.
You're feeling it first,
You're feeling it first.
and you see the
So go with
results.
that. Yes, then you will start seeing results.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. So there's going to be people who are watching this, and they're going to see your transformation. They're going to hear the tips, but they need that extra nudge of accountability. So, what do you offer to helping women get the shape and the version that they're seeking?
So I educate women I offer meal plans in all my programs. So I do online, in person, and virtual. And with those programs, I offer meal plans. I educate you on the proper nutrition, fasting, um, and then I also do check-in calls with my women. So it's once a week or it could be twice a week. It just depends on what she has going on. It may be 2 minutes, it may be 10 minutes, but this is just another form of accountability because working out is not just going to the gym or doing the home workout. Again, it's mental, it's emotional. You may just need someone to talk to and encourage you while you're on your way to the gym, or you may have had a bad day and you're talking yourself out of it. So that's what the check-in call is for. Um, and then within my programs, I educate and I show ladies the proper way of lifting. I incorporate Pilates into my programs as well. And as I mentioned earlier, I have my ladies meditate and journal. I don't look at the journaling, that's just strictly for them, but it's encouraged throughout the program. And of course, progression pictures. And I'm also very heavy on transforming not just your body, but your mental and your emotional state, your spiritual state as well, because all of those things create um, a healthy lifestyle. Because if one is off, everything is off.
So you do. How often are the check-ins? Is it twice a week? You said.
It's once a week or twice a week. It just depends on what state of mind the lady is.
And do you work hands-on, or do you show them how to do it and you just kind of keep track?
So every woman that I work with, whether she's an in-person client or virtual or online, everyone is entered into my app. So I'm seeing everyone's progress within my app. If they're eating properly, if they're fasting, if they're meditating, because all of this you have to input into my app. And if you miss a couple of days, just say if you're an online client, I'm calling you and I'm asking you what's going on. Or if you're lagging in your um, in-person coaching, I'm going to stop you in the middle of coaching and say, hey, what's going on? Like you're slacking.
How do you know if someone is slacking as far as eating? What if they don't report to you that they stopped at the gas station and got a
Because
Snapple?
because I know you're supposed to lose this certain amount. I'm
Oh,
making your meal plan. So I'm
oh,
not.
they have a specific meal plan that you.
Yes, it's the meal
Okay,
plan. So I'm not educating women or teaching them to say you can't have a candy bar, you can't have chips, you can't have things every day if you want your waistline to be, small. You
right.
want your tummy to be flat. So I know that's why, and I have them upload progression pictures every other week. So the progression pictures that you showed,
Yeah,
that
these are progression pictures. Yeah.
yes. So the first one, she's still in progress. She's still working. And the one at the end, she's now in my program. It's a maintenance program that I just built, just to keep her where she is.
Wow, and you can see like,
Mm.
I mean, how many pounds does some of their clients have lost?
They've lost 50, 60, 70 pounds, 80 pounds.
Wow.
So that one, the first one, she's 39,
Mhm.
and the other one, she's 45.
Wow. Wow. It probably changed their whole life. They
Absolutely.
feel about themselves, self confidence.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
That's why I love what I do, because they're very vocal about it.
yeah. And for people who are interested in getting those results, we saw the progression of some of your clients. We've seen the progression of your own life. Um, what's the best way they can reach out to you to explore your services?
LinkedIn, or you can email me. All of my platforms, um, I will reach back out ASAP.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. So you
But
have the TikTok, Instagram. We have your email on there. Your LinkedIn. You said you get a lot of LinkedIn clients.
I
Professional.
do. And I'm grateful for that. I don't know what my method is. I post across all the platforms the same thing, but
Mhm.
for some reason, LinkedIn is really good to me.
Okay. Yes. Yes. Awesome. So, ladies and gentlemen, you see, well, particularly for the ladies who are looking to get that summer body, change your lifestyle, you want to get in contact with Shadey, the Nigerian workout doll. She's got a whole program with a meal plan, workout, journaling. So that is awesome. Who you say are your? I know you talked a lot about it. Who you say is your ideal client?
My ideal client is someone that knows what she wants, and she's going to do whatever it takes. She's very coachable.
Okay.
Um,
And
Go ahead.
wh- what's the length that they work with you? Is it 90 days, or if they sign up with your program? Uh,
So you can do monthly or do 4 months. So those two ladies that I shared, the one on the left, she's been with me for 5 months. She's
mhm.
been with me for 5 months. And then the one um, with the braids, she's been with me for a year and a half. And she's still with me because, like I said, she's doing the maintenance program that I have.
Okay.
So most women stay with me. They stay with me a while.
Okay. That's awesome. Is there a limit of how many clients you take?
It is because it's only one me. So I'm working on having another fitness coach or two up underneath me, but as of now, it's just me. So I do have availability as of now for 5 women.
Okay, 5 women. Okay.
Yeah,
Wow. And you've been doing this. This is your full-time thing. You train women.
it is, and it was really a leap of faith. I think I told you that before.
Yeah, our last interview. Yeah. Yeah,
And
that's awesome.
it has not been easy, but by the grace of God.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's the process of them getting started? They do it like an evaluation or something?
Yes, first they fill out the fitness app, which is at the top of all my pages, all my platforms. It's a fitness app. You click the link, or you can click the link because my website is there too. Go into my website and fill out the application, or you can simply just shoot me an email and I'll send you a form. And then from there, we'll just jump on a quick call. So I know exactly what your fitness goals are and where you are, and then we get started and see if we're a good fit. That's the main reason of me doing coaching calls, like with potential clients, because we may not be a good fit. I'm not just going to take your money. Our personalities have to mesh.
Yes. Awesome. 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 Well, any closing remarks? I really appreciate you being on episode 100.
Thank you for having me. Ladies over 40, men too, but ladies over 40, I want you to start lifting. Don't be afraid to lift. You're really going to be happy with that. And everyone on here should stretch
Stretch.
4 to 5 times a week. Stretch, 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 especially the hip flexors, the growing, and get any type of exercise, especially you golfers. People think golfing is not an exercise. I'm a golfer. Don't
Yeah, I
use
like to play golf
heart.
too.
Walk the course.
Walk the course.
5, yes. If you do 9 holes, I think that's like 3 miles, 4 miles.
That is awesome. I like
So
it.
you don't necessarily have to lift weights every day. Just make sure you're keeping a healthy heart. Watch what you eat. Watch what you consume, not just food either. Like what you look at on social media. That's a big thing. It gets into our spirit. So clean up your social media platforms. Get up and start your day as early as possible. It doesn't have to be 5 a.m., but get up an hour earlier to get more done.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, our 100 episode. Shadey, Liadi.
You're going to get it, Liadi.
Liadi. Shadey Liadi. Shadey Liadi. Thank you again for being on this episode. I think we have another. Let's see, there's another question here. before we leave. Oh, what is a good YouTube video?
That I don't know. I offer stretching, but I don't know. I'm actually the queen of stretching, as they call me.
Okay, yeah, we got that. Okay.
It's
All right. So, all right. So we got all our questions in. Thanks again. And I'm looking to do a show called Ask the Expert. I have different people in different areas. So you may be my expert fitness coach that come in every now and then and people can ask questions.
I would love that.
Yes. Thanks again.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. Well, that wraps up our episode 100. If you're finding value in what we're doing, I encourage you to hit that subscribe button and follow us and share. We'll be back next week with another exciting guest. Thanks for your time. You guys have a great night.